Hi, everybody. Welcome to Singularity Roleplay. Tonight we are playing Autumn, and I am Janie. I am running this game, and I am going to do my normal just tell somebody to introduce themselves. Let's go.
All
Hi,
right.
everybody. I have lots of different names. One of my names is Toy P. Salson. I also use different sets of pronouns. One of my sets of pronouns is Fey, Femme, Fear, Fierce, Femme, Self. Yeah, I'm a aspiring TTRPG personality. Got the personality, got the TTRPG, putting them together. And I am playing Moss, your resident uh, depressed, homeless trans person full of self-hatred.
Next.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm otherwise known as Rise in a lot of places. He, him, blah, blah, blah. I don't go by anything else because I'm boring. Um, Tonight I am playing Simon, who may or may not have set a house of worship on fire last week. No one saw him do it, so you can't prove anything.
I
Yeah.
think
Another news, Moss isn't high right now.
I think since a house of worship was mentioned, that Brother Jody is supposed to go next. I am also here. I am synthetic. I go by they them pronouns. Today I'm playing an awful preacher man that must die named Brother Jody.
It's your turn, M.
Yeah, hi. I'm Em. I'm at Timberdoodles on Twitter. I'm a digital artist, uh, uh with art block. Um, and she, her. I play Ben, he, him, and oh gosh, should I save it and just say you'll see?
Yes.
Okay, you'll see. You'll see.
Okay, and I guess that's me. I already said I'm Janie. I am running this adventure with these kind people in this wonderful small town. And we are going to start off. Let's start off in the end, in the bed and breakfast. Um, I'm going to say that the door is open. I don't think any of you all are in there just yet, are you?
I
I
think
think
Moss
we're
is still
on the way.
Yeah.
Brother Jody and his new guardian angel.
Do you have the person from the truck, right? Are you getting them to the bed and breakfast?
I believe they did take that individual with them.
No.
Yeah. No?
No? Or did
I
we?
I don't remember someone in the truck. In my brain, the truck was a malicious, non-person driven entity that just crashed into the church.
Is not truck
Um,
gun.
I don't think we even checked to see if there was someone
You did
in the
check.
truck.
You did
Yeah,
check.
no, I think did the sheriff do that?
No, the sheriff was you were looking for the sheriff who was coming out of the barber shop at that time, but
Yeah,
there
I
was
thought he finally showed up after, everything all went to hell.
but he had a haircut. He had to do a haircut.
But no, somebody was checking. Someone did check with the guy on the truck. I remember
Sheila
that
did.
part.
The guy
Oh, no.
in the truck was at least drugged out of the truck
Uh-huh.
before the church was set ablaze, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so Sheila is dragging this person towards the bed and breakfast.
Okay.
Um Ben, I'm going to say you go you're you will wake up by the time you get in front of the bed and breakfast. You just have a little cut on your forehead now. You were like really banged up in the truck, but now you just have a little cut on your forehead. like the smallest little soap opera cut.
which is completely normal. So into the bed and breakfast with everyone else, or like at the door, or
So just at the, you could be at the door. You're waking up now, and you do recognize this bed and breakfast.
oh Lord. Um, yeah. So yeah, about 5'5", long, like waist length, red hair tied in a braid, same color red as Sheila's. Green eyes. He kind of looks around, um, and stands up and throws his hands up. I, that's it. I'm dead. I'm dead, and this is hell. Hell is real, and I'm here. And he has like the
Oh no, it froze.
No,
Filled with Adissa.
mid introduction.
This is classic.
Oh, the timing.
It's how you know that we're streaming on Twitch, y'all. Well, it's not Twitch's fault, but that's where people stream.
It could be. I'm not ready to say it's not.
Did any of the rest of you all see this guy start saying that he's in hell after looking at the bed and breakfast?
Moss definitely retorts, he never had to die to go to hell. You were already there.
Oh no. But yeah, Sheila does have the same hair color as Ben. And while we wait for M's connection to decide to join us again, what is Moss doing?
Oh, things are happening. Do we have an M back?
Sorry about that. Perfect timing, internet. Thank you.
Do you
So
want to go back to that, or
last thing we heard you say, M, was that you were in hell, and Moss retorted, "Oh, you never had to die to go to hell. You were already there."
So who all is there? I know Sheila and apparently Moss.
also brother Jody is there. Who is I don't know if I ever gave a height for him, so
I don't think you did.
like 6 foot roughly tall, I guess. We're gonna go back to like episode 1 and I'm gonna be like completely different height. Brother Jody,
Brother Jody's 5'4", and
eldritch entity, changes height, it's fine.
Yeah, I take it the rest of the town looks familiar too.
Yes, it does.
Ben kind of looks around at the town and looks at Moss and has this kind of 1,000-yard stare for a second. Oh no, I'm just back. I'm just back here again.
Question. Does Jody recognize Ben?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that way every time the high comes down.
He just kind of looks done. He does look around again. Where the fuck is my truck?
I think it's still in one piece.
You think Shh.
Church isn't anymore.
If you
Eh.
are looking for the truck that careened into me, I
Yeah, too bad
believe
Joey's
it
in
is
one
in
piece.
one piece. It's just one fiery blaze.
Now I imagine he probably doesn't even remember that.
No.
And doesn't no. So it's just a blackout, and yeah, that's what I figured.
Brother Jody, you look injured. We need to get you inside.
I'm fine.
No, come inside. I'll come on. I'll take care of you. This is Sheila.
Ben
Very
kind of
well, Sister Sheila.
I'll
Ben
help.
kind of eyes Sheila a little bit suspiciously, and then it walks into the bed and breakfast.
The bed and breakfast is very familiar too.
Yeah, he hates it. And he just has this look on his face like he's sick of this place already.
Sheila's going to Jody. Sheila's going to get you a rocking chair or a chair just to sit down because you're injured.
Fair enough. Jody will accept the kindness.
Do you need anything else, Brother Jody?
Oh, I don't know. Think I expected more out of that.
Well, it really injured you. This is all your fault, Ben.
What the fuck are you talking about? My fault.
It's your fault. You don't know how to drive.
I
Or
don't
just
even remember how I got here. I was on my way home, which isn't here. I never mean to come here. I just end up here.
Town's got a way of pulling people in like that.
Yeah, it sure does. She sure does.
Might as well accept your fate.
He likes it here. Pointing at Jody.
No,
Talking to Ben.
that's really not my thing. But you have fun with that. Just don't fuck it up for me.
talk about Jody that
Sorry, what?
Sheila says, don't talk to Brother Jody that way.
His
Or
delicate
what?
ears can't handle the word fuck, and leans in close to Jody's ears. Fuck.
And Ben just looks Sheila dead in the face and goes, or what?
You don't belong here, Ben, and I will take
No,
care of
I
you.
don't.
And you're going to leave.
I'd love to.
Then go. Nobody wants you here.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
what
gonna
else?
like you.
Sheila's going to walk away towards the kitchen after she says that.
Ben just kind of shakes his head and again the suspicious look after her as she goes.
You seem to know what's going on around here.
I know we're all fucked. We're all screwed.
Yeah, so you know my life. I got it. But what about this town?
Well, don't go into the corn. I mean, unless you want to get eaten by something.
I've been eaten before. Oh, you mean something else.
And Ben just closes his eyes and gives this long suffering sigh and mutters something about it's almost like dawn being here. Um,
So what's going on here?
I don't know. Who's the fucking eldritch horror of the month or vamp? I don't know. I don't know. I thought we were done with this.
So there's always something here that eats people. What it is, details change.
I guess.
Right.
So Sheila comes out of the kitchen with a sledgehammer. And she goes over to Jody. I'm sorry. Jody, she's going to swing at your other leg. She's going to swing at your other leg.
Can Ben try to stop her? As much as he immediately dislikes Jody, can he try to stop her?
Moss is gonna try to step to stop until he sees that it's aimed at his leg, which he can survive, and then we'll step back and let it happen.
in that moment, I don't think Brother Jody would be paying attention because he's simmering after the rather slight, but to Jody, very, very big disrespect from Moss.
Okay, let me look at this card and see what you'll have to do.
I was getting
Because
ready to actually ask you if you were okay with PvP. But now that there's a sledgehammer coming at my leg, we'll worry about
yeah,
that later.
Oh, and I will establish that Moss's hand is on Bo's pocket knife, in the pocket.
I think clumsiness. You could roll that.
What
Clumsiness
difficulty?
or frailty?
Oh,
I
what?
was
Sorry, what? Clumsiness or frailty?
you know what, frailty.
Ooh, what difficulty?
I would say medium.
Okay.
A little.
Well, Ben has 2 in frailty, and that's a 3-1.
Okay, so you are able to stop Sheila, who is very angry with you.
Yeah, Ben's gonna try and take the sledgehammer away from her.
Okay. I need to keep him here
Why? And
because
he
he's
if he because he's what?
mine.
Ben tries to yank the sledgehammer out of her hands.
You're
Just
heard.
just take it away.
He's mine and he's staying here.
Uh, pardon, people aren't possessions?
Well, he is.
Sister Sheila, if you require my company, I am more than happy to stay here with you.
But if you get up, I'm going to hit you in your other leg.
Well, you ain't gonna do it with this. And he kinda pulls the sledgehammer away, and it's clear that he probably knows his way around a sledgehammer way better than Shield does.
And Brother Jody will actually hand his cane to Sheila.
She's going to move it across the room. Now, the rest of you all can leave, but Brother Jody's not going anywhere.
You're
Does he
gonna kill
look?
him.
No.
What you gonna do with him?
Keep him here. And he's mine. This is my bed and breakfast now. You all don't belong here anymore.
I never belonged anywhere, honey.
Right, since when is this yours?
Since I said it was mine. Why are you still here?
Still gonna do something with Brother Jody there. You haven't told us what it is. Put him on a box on the shelf for a display, or fuck him? What you gonna do?
Whatever I want to.
You
And
know,
what is that?
I'd suspect
That's
the
the
latter.
question.
Well, we're going to stay here and watch as everything burns together.
He'd like that too much.
You know, let me guess. Everything being everywhere but this town, right? Everywhere but your town.
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks.
Actually, at this point, Moss will pull the switchblade right after saying he'd like it too much and pop it open.
What are you going to do with that? Shave?
I've done that in the past. I've decided Brother Jody doesn't get what he wants, and I think he'd like watching everything burn.
Well, you can't sit here with me to watch everything burn. I don't like you.
Guess I'm sitting here and watching everything burn, though. Then. But I think I can figure out a way or two that Brother Jody and the knife will rise to about the level, not right at, but about the height of Brother Jody's eyes. I think I can figure out a way or two that Brother Jody can be deprived of the pleasure.
It sounds to me like pretty much anything you want is to our detriment, and anything that would displease you means we're doing the right thing to, get the hell out of here and not have the world burn. So I think we're gonna do that, or at least I am.
We didn't start the fire. I'm not going to sing anymore for DMCA reasons. But Moss does sing more.
Grats to whoever burned the church, by the way.
I think that was the professor.
Oh, it's too late anyhow.
Well, in this town, probably for the best. So yeah, I'm thinking we don't give you what you want.
I like that. I knew I liked you.
Well, I don't hear that often, but appreciated.
So
What
you
do you
all
plan to do? Carry me away?
I mean, we might.
We're both strong. You want the right side or the left side?
I don't know. We rock, paper, scissors for it.
you're not taking him.
He just puts the switchblade in Bo's mouth and directs myself in Ben's direction, ready to go. Switchblade in mouth.
Richie, is she like the one of the students, the football player one comes in. Richie, take
Oh, are
brother.
we doing this?
You recognize Richie as a young Richard Reed.
And again, this the suspicion and recognition, but dial up to 11. Like you can practically see that there are Kill Bill sirens going off in Ben's head as he looks at this kid. Uh, does do they seem to recognize Ben?
Yes.
Oh. Do they have any reaction to him?
Indifference.
Oh, good. He's back again.
You know him?
Unfortunately,
How?
well, just the biggest dick in town.
He ever leave town?
Yeah, sort of. Cause trouble, come back. Uh,
Went to college, it seems.
yeah, Will, I guess gotta find a lackey somewhere.
Sounds like the professor.
I mean, when half a town changes their legal names to spite you, that should say something.
That sounds like a story.
Yeah.
We need to drink together. Or cocaine. Heroin, but then you wouldn't be able to tell me the story. So maybe not downers, maybe uppers.
This is
Really
a
big
no
bag of
drug
weed.
house. This is
Yep,
a no drug
yeah.
house right now.
What was that, Janie?
This is a no drug house right now. This is my house.
Hold up my arm with the mark, like fresh marks. Too late.
Hey, look, I spent 10 years working on that strain, so you can piss off.
No.
Can we get to the fight already? Like, clearly we're gonna fight, and some of us are gonna die. Can we get to that already? This is getting kind of
Just
tired of just waiting.
Yeah, at this point, Ben just reaches into the jacket he's wearing, and it was just long enough to conceal a holster. And the revolver he pulls out, if you laid it lengthwise against a grown man's arm, the revolver would be basically from the crook of their elbow to the tips of their fingers. It is a huge revolver. And he kind of cocks the hammer back and goes, "How about you let us leave and go about our business?" And kind of glances between Sheila and Richard and leave us be.
um, Richard kind of just tells Sheila to let them leave it, but Sheila like holds on to Joey's chair.
And Ben looks at Jody, and you are coming with us.
Yeah, we don't need the chair. Again, left or right? Which side do you
No,
want?
no, I want him here. He's important to this, unlike you.
And that's exactly why he shouldn't be here with you.
Yeah. So let's get him up, and like just moves to grab like underneath the shoulder,
Yeah.
Jody's like left shoulder. Let's get him out of here then. Tired
How
of all
about
this
you?
posturing.
How about you carry and I keep a hold of this? And he holds up the gun. Um,
So
Eh, not a
okay,
bad point.
the chair's going to disappear, and the cane is back over there.
Well, I'm
But
I'm lifting Jody out of the chair. If you want me to roll, I can roll.
no, it's really easy.
Yeah.
It should not be this easy.
So I have the cane again?
You do, even though Sheila took it across the room.
all right, well, we'll hopefully never be seeing you again.
I'm not letting you leave this building.
Stop us.
Sheila like crosses, folds her arms, and then turns and storms away.
Ben does kind of glance around the room to see if any of his other things are here. Um, since he's not sure if his truck is still intact, and he has a sneaking suspicion that somehow some of his stuff might have wound up in the bed and breakfast.
He doesn't see anything where he is right now.
Mm.
But Sheila left, and Jody's really easy to pick up, so you can leave or try to.
Bus is supposed to be working if we need a ride out.
And if
Well,
I want to stay?
Then we're going. I thought I established that.
yeah, if she needs you here, you shouldn't be here.
So are you going to try
I
to leave?
just don't like you.
Are you going to try to go out the door?
Uh, Ben's gonna look out the door first to make sure there's nothing extra weird going on.
I mean, Moss is pushing Jody towards the door, so if
When you
if Ben
look out,
stops Moss, then that's the thing.
it just looks normal out. Sunny.
Let me guess, the weather's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Not a bit of fog.
Lovely day here
So
in paradise.
you're going to try to leave?
Sure.
You go out the door, you go back inside.
That's disconcerting.
Ben just stops and sighs, and his shoulders sag a little bit, like
I
this wasn't entirely unexpected.
didn't put any hallucinogen in that mix. Did I? Did I?
I couldn't tell you, but I mean, we just walked through the door and wound up back here. That did happen, which again tracks.
Chalk
Right.
one up for the home team.
Trust me, you ain't home. This isn't home, and you don't want it to be home.
I told you I
Hmm.
wouldn't let you leave.
I did tell you to stop us, and you did.
Now give me Jody back.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna be a negatory.
Does this mean we're fighting now?
You don't even see Sheila. You just hear her.
Just disembodied voice.
I hate when they don't have bodies.
Yeah, it does make it a little harder to take a swing. Is Richard Reed still there?
No.
Wait, you are also hearing the voice?
Yeah, not the first time. At least not here.
Great. Okay.
Let's switch over to Simon real quick while you all are stuck inside the building. What are you doing, Simon?
So Simon kind of wandered off, not really paying much attention to where he was going. Doesn't even is guess he doesn't even notice that suddenly the storm is gone either. He's kind of in a bit of a trance, you could say, just very confused about everything and weirded out. Um, However, if he sees any kind of like a gas station, store, whatever, um, he would like to go in.
There is a general store.
And he would just kind of walk in, and obviously he's got soot and ash on him, and I imagine his glasses are like streaked because of the smoke and everything, and kind of walks up to the counter and he's like, "Excuse me, do you sell lighters here?"
Yes, we have a whole collection behind them. And there's like a whole wall of lighters.
It's just one of those, the kind with the flip top, and the fuel for it, please.
Yeah, we got a sale today. You could buy a lighter, you get 5 things of fuel for free.
Excellent. That's quite nice, actually. Yes, I'll take that deal. Thank you.
And you know what? You seem like a nice person. I'll just throw an extra lighter in for you. You
You're
need
very
anything?
kind. It's very kind of you.
Here you go. Have a great day. Come
Thank
back.
I don't see that part happening, but thank you. And he just walks off. And, kind of go around the side of the building and, fill these 2 lighters, put one in his pocket.
So
And he's
easy
got
to do.
got like a grocery bag with the remaining like fuel cans in it, the lighter fluid cans. And he's just kind of got the other lighter in his hand and is kind of turning it around over and over in his hand as he's walking. For a little bit, he just will start going back towards the garage where the bus was.
Your phone is like beeping. It's the school calling you.
He's not paying any attention to it at this point. Um, as a matter of fact, I think he would kind of look at it and shake his head like, "That's not real. None of that is real." And just kind of toss it off and continue walking.
Okay, I guess we go back to the inn that you all can't leave.
You seem to know this place. How do we get out?
I don't know. She and Ben kind of gestures to where Sheila had been, wasn't in charge last time.
Who was?
Dee was.
D, as in a letter of the alphabet, was in charge?
No, as in Madison.
Maddie? Or just a different Madison?
Wait, did you run into a Maddie?
Yeah. Yeah, we ran into her.
They killed a Maddie.
I did no such thing. She killed herself. Got into my stash. Didn't know how to dose herself. Yet another dead body piling up in the dirt of this earth. Didn't stop her from coming and talking to me, though.
Anything seemed kinda off about her?
Well, she kept talking to me after she was dead. And before I took the drugs. And then talked to me again after I took the drugs. But that could have just been the drugs. It's hard to tell. So yeah, that seemed a little bit off that she talked to me after she was dead.
Yeah, Ben looks genuinely unsettled by that and just kind of looks down for a second and nods quietly. Okay.
Spectral will come back to bother me again sometime. But that's beside the point. So, the person who used to be in charge OD'd on my stash, and now Sheila's in charge.
It seems that way, maybe?
How did you get out when Maddie was in charge?
That's the thing. Maddie helped us get out. She created this place.
Did a bang up job of letting you out.
Ben looks at Jody with what looks like murderous intent. um,
So, Maddie built this place, like, what, like, laid the planks, hammered the nails? What do you mean created this place?
there was a ritual. And he says it kind of like he can't believe the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Like a Wicca thing? Like, all hail the triple goddess, use a bunch of different names from a bunch of different cultures because we're racist and we can't tell the difference. Like that kind of a ritual?
Uh, uh, I don't know. It's complicated. Look, the thing is, if she's not in charge and Sheila is, my understanding is Sheila tends to wind up with the worst kind of people who want power. Um, so if that's still the case, Sheila might not be our worst problem. It might be somebody she's with. Or he kind of glances toward Jody again, wants to try and be with. I don't know.
I can tell you from experience, it's always the one they're with that's the worst problem.
Great.
You're muted, Janie.
There's a few students left that have not been killed by all your actions yet. You can hear them arguing.
I hope it's delicious.
Sorry, I made peach cobbler, and he was making sure I ate some.
Oh, that
Good,
does sound
good
really good.
child.
You can hear some arguing. I'm going to say, just to make things a little easier, Simon, you somehow end up outside the inn. It's not where you were walking to, but nothing seems to be linear right now.
It's not what I expected, but I suppose it's par for the course today. And he just kind of walks in, still with that kind of vacant expression. Kind of looks around. No real reaction to any of y'all. I see we're
It
all here again.
Ben does kind of look over to Simon. Are you the one who set? Is he the one who set the church on fire?
Yeah, meet the professor.
Ah, well, my thanks. Because in this town, you know, that's again probably for the best.
I suppose I did set a church on fire, didn't I?
In one way, you could say that.
And in another way,
Weren't you the fellow they dragged out of that truck?
Yeah, I guess I am.
seems to know something about this town, Simon.
Man, I'm fairly certain that this entire town is a figment of someone's delusion. Possibly
Maddie, evidently, the woman.
transferred through some kind of mass psychosis or...
Maddie,
Oh,
evidently, the girl who OD'd. Her
uh,
imagination.
I wish it was imagined. Been through this rigmarole before, and unless something changed, congratulations. Uh, you're on the opposite side of the known universe from where you used to be.
We're in Star Trek, evidently.
Makes as much sense as anything else has this evening. Which is to say, not at all.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it. Um, and Ben looks over to the counter. Is there like a book, like a registry of guests they're expecting at the bed and breakfast?
Yes,
Um, he's gonna go over and look and see if his name is in it,
yes, it is.
and if he has a room assigned.
Yes, he does.
Well, I mean the truck is pretty tanky, but I suspect it's not going to be too pleased with a burning building collapsed on it. Um,
Like I said, our bus is supposed to be working.
well, there were some things I kind of needed out of it. But given the way this place is, if y'all wouldn't mind if I stepped upstairs for just a minute, and he holds up the registry book and points to where his name is, despite the fact that he's not supposed to be here.
Is my name in there?
Yes.
Is it Moss, or is it my birth name, or is it the name that I was using when I was with my ex?
Ben flips
No,
through to see if there is a moss in there.
it's the name that you were using with you with your ex.
Uh, I don't know what I. You told me moss. I don't know what the other ones are. So Ben just holds the book out to Moss with the most recent.
Looks down, sees that name. Is it the same room that
Yeah.
we had, sees that name, notes that, and just in complete anger at having seen that name, throws the book out the window. Like, which is, I assume, is closed.
Yeah, and the book comes right back to where it was.
kick it in midair into the door.
And then it goes back to where it was again.
That was fun.
If you're missing anything important, you might actually want to check that room. But you know, let me get my things first, so that and he kind of glances toward Jody, so you know somebody's got eyes on, and he nods.
I'm gonna stay with Jody. Don't you mind that?
All right then.
Can't lose nothing I can't lose.
Well, all right. Uh, Ben is going to make a quick trip to his assigned room.
So just so you know, when you go up there is somebody standing outside of Moss's room. It's Moss's ex who's been showing up, who is also, as Annie.
Oh, Annie. It's been a while. And he
That's
Ben kind of looks at her and just shakes his head like, the hell are you doing? I don't know why. I don't know why I bother to question anymore. And he kind of walks past.
so. Are we going to your room?
Yeah, he's gonna go to his room just long enough to collect a
She's
couple of
asking.
things.
She's asking. So are we going to your room?
Uh, we aren't doing anything. I am going to my room.
Yes.
You can
Take your,
stay right here.
you take your shirt off.
No,
You could.
no. Not if you were the last whatever I don't know in this town anymore, in the multiverse or whatever. And he continues toward his room.
We see my ex-boyfriend. Send him up here, or my ex-boyfriend.
Don't count on it. He doesn't even look back over his shoulder as he says it. Um, and continues to his own room to grab a couple of things that would have been in the truck.
The room is exactly the same.
Yeah, he only looks around enough to grab a couple things and then head back downstairs. Does anyone or anything try to stop him from heading back to the rest of the group?
No.
Right. When he heads back downstairs, he has it looks like a military spec backpack on, and a very nice black like Stetson cattleman hat. So there you go. He somehow got more Texan. And he glances at Moss and said, Annie's up there. I told her don't expect anything or anyone.
I'm guessing you mean stanza.
Is that what she's going by now? I can't keep track.
But I assume you mean. Well, yeah, yeah. That's how I knew her.
Well,
Guess I did lose something I couldn't lose. Right. Keep your eye on this fucker.
oh, I will.
So how are you all going to get out of this building?
Well, right now, Moss is heading up to meet up with Stanza.
We said you wouldn't be here.
You know how we could get out of here, Stanza?
Yeah.
Would you?
Don't you think we should work things out from the
What I'm
last time?
talking about, Stanza.
After we work them out, we can maybe let you go.
I want you to come with me.
Is it going to go better this time? Or are you just going to do your same thing again?
Can't you just forget that? I'm trying to. I could help. I got things that'll help. They help me for a bit. Can't you just forget about that?
Not right now. And she actually walks away from you.
Watch her walk away. Like until she turns a corner. Right. I should have known. And pop some pills while I'm walking back to everyone else. And y'all, you see Moss come down. And Ben, by the way, Moss is like this street kid with scraggly clothes and like green hair, green like goatee with like hipster curl or mustache with hipster curl and goatee. And like a low cut shirt so you can see their Beau's breasts and everything. And you see that B is notably sadder when B comes down.
Take it she wasn't very helpful.
Help wasn't necessarily what I was asking for.
Ben doesn't know. Looks like he isn't quite sure what to say to that. But just kind of gives a small sympathetic nod. Like, but
How
he
do we
is
get out of here?
still keeping an eye on Jody. Like I said, I don't know.
You know what, Jody? There's some baked goods that appear beside you.
Do what?
Baked goods like cupcakes and muffins and cake or whatever.
Oh. I will happily partake. Look over at Ben. Want?
You know what? I'll pass. But he does take a satellite phone off the side of the backpack just to see. He doesn't look like he has high expectations for it, but he looks to see if he can get a signal.
Never
Yes.
turn down a calorie, and I'll take the cupcake that was being offered to you.
Yeah, you can get a signal.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
If he sends a text to someone, is it going to bounce back to him, or is it actually going to send?
It's going to send.
Oh, he's going to send a text to someone then. like, like frantically.
You know, the phone works just fine.
Yeah, but protection drops and everything stopping working. The sun go out. Anything like that?
Mine seemed to be working earlier. I don't have it any longer. I decided it wasn't worthwhile to keep anymore. I believe it's someplace out on the street.
Ah,
I have an Obama phone. It never works.
for all the fucking good it'll do me anyway, or do any of us. I don't suppose it matters if anybody outside knows we're here.
Brother Jody, you got a phone?
I do not.
You lying?
Feel free to check my pockets.
You see that this is my surprised face.
I haven't
Ben does
carried a
not look
phone in
surprised.
many years. When they
That
stopped
seems
carrying the flip phones, I was done.
rather on brand.
You sure you're
For
not
someone,
from this little Waco bubble?
Me?
for someone as backwards
Yeah,
and
you.
ignorant
I
as Brother
have
Jody not having a phone tracks.
I have been here for a time. I've sat a spell among those pews that Simon burnt to the ground. They'll
He's
rise
always like
again.
this.
Yeah, well, knowing this place, I'm sure it'll be back in a month or so. Or however time works here.
I was thinking tomorrow morning.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be pleased. Wouldn't be surprised either.
Truly is
You're
a
pleased.
fascinating and horrifying hallucination. Simon is sitting there at one of the tables, like building with toothpicks, like a tower of them, and just not looking at any of y'all.
For just a few seconds, Ben actually looks genuinely interested in what Simon is building, and like he's actually analyzing the structure of it. And then quickly is back onto like thinking how to get the heck out of here.
Moss will
He
toss for Simon a couple of pills in a pill bottle. So make the trip better.
No, thank you. That's very generous of you, however.
Yeah, Molly's like that.
Yeah, shame Molly and I don't get along. Ben's gonna start digging behind the front desk to see if he can find anything else of use.
Um, he sees, you know what? I'm going to throw it in here. Copy of Titanic.
Oh my god. um,
Why not?
like the old VHS tape.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
The two tape set in
Yeah,
the box,
yeah,
like you
yeah,
know.
the box set. Um, while he's digging behind the counter, he stops and picks up this box set of Titanic and just stares at it. And again, like he did when Moss told him that Maddie was dead, he just kind of stares for a second and glances down and then back up again. Uh, you said Maddie talked to you after she died.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Well, if it's a Maddie, I'm thinking that's also not technically a first. And he kind of glances at the box set again. And like the gears are almost visibly turning. And he sets the box set back down and starts checking his pockets like he's expecting to find something there.
No,
Nope. Not there, huh?
no. Just the box set that looks really old and beat up.
Oh. Oh well. It was worth a shot.
While you've been talking Brother Jody is crossing over to examine what Simon is doing.
I'm going to say you have plenty of not matches, of toothpicks. They just,
Toothpicks.
you know what? There's some matches there too. You didn't remember them there, but there's some there.
So he's just basically taken kind of, you remember Lincoln logs? You would put your two this way, two this way, two this way, two this way. He's just doing that and building it up slowly just to see how high it will go. And he's really just kind of focused on this and not watching any of y'all.
I'm going to be mean, and I'm going to say, even though you're building just up and up, there is a little toothpick church that's kind of beside you. Like maybe you built that, but maybe it just appeared.
Glance at it for a second. Yeah. Finally get this tower of toothpicks up there, and then kind of looks over and picks up a couple of the matches and kind of tucks a couple of them around both of these little toothpick structures. Then light one of the matches and light the rest of them and kind of sit back and just watch.
You can almost hear the screams that you heard when you burned the church down at first. And if you look, you can almost see, like at the corner of your eye, it just looks like you're right back there. Even though you're sitting there, it's just.
It's amazing what the mind can do. Do you know that, Jody?
Right now, I'm a bit more focused on the body. And with that, Jody is going to take his cane, whirl it around, and smash Simon in the face. After all, Simon burnt the church down.
Simon's going to grab the cane mid-swing.
That's fair.
Would you do that? The lights flicker.
Do you want us to roll, Janie?
Yes, yes. I'm going to say,
Clumsiness for everybody?
yeah, clumsiness.
Do what?
Clumsiness. Clumsy versus clumsy.
Oh my god.
What did you get?
2 6s and a 5?
Damn.
I am going to re-roll. I'm going to spend a willpower to re-roll.
Okay. Yes.
2 5s and a 4.
You know what? I'm going to say that.
Any of those would be a success for me. So.
And all 3 were a success for me as well.
So I'm going to say that you see the it does seem to hit Jody, but he disappears. Like there's a wall there now.
Do the rest of us see Jody?
Yeah, you see. No, you all see this. Suddenly there's another room. Like there's a wall. He's not there, and you all are in a different room.
The fuck?
And again, Ben just has this long suffering look on his face and sighs like it's par for the course.
And Jody is just sitting there smiling to himself like, that filled.
That insufferable prick.
Is it Jody who's in the newly appeared room or Simon?
Jody. Okay, Jody's in a nicer room now. like a sitting room. He's got like a nice view, more snacks and drinks.
Just gonna sit down, grab the closest copy of the Bible available, and start flipping through it.
Should we get him out of the timeout room before Sheila gets him?
You're the one with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, sure. Is there even a door into the new room?
There's a door, but it's locked.
Uh, well, as stated, Ben has a sledgehammer now, so he's just gonna, take a swing at the doorknob, and
Okay.
he's not even gonna bother asking nicely.
Let's see what I'm going to have you roll for that. Yeah, I guess clumsiness.
Oh, okay.
But this is a hard difficulty because this door doesn't want you to open it.
Okay. Well, trying to remember if you match the number, that's a fail. Yeah, you have to get over it.
Yes, you have to beat it.
Okay. Well, that was a failure. A 3 and 2 twos.
So you are able to hit the doorknob, but then the sledgehammer breaks and the doorknob doesn't open.
Yeah,
The strong doorknob.
Ben looks at the sledgehammer like it has personally offended him. And kind of throws down the broken handle. That is some bullshit, I tell you what.
You see but do not hear Jody chuckling.
Through a window or something?
No. Well, we'd established that he's visible. I'm imagining that there's some sort of either it's a glass door or something.
You know what? It's a screen.
Ben looks all the more offended for that.
If it's a screen, then a switchblade should deal with it. So Moss is going to come in and slice at the screen.
Can you roll clumsy?
Yeah. What difficulty?
It's hard.
Hard. Hard means the lowest, which is a 4, which is above my clumsiness of 2. I succeed.
Okay. Use flash the screen, and you can. It's a wall behind the screen.
But we can still see Jody through it?
No, you slash the screen so you
Oh,
can.
okay. I was starting to question physics there for a second.
No.
Okay, slash the screen and so the wall?
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Thank
shit,
you.
I'm just gonna keep slashing at the screen and eventually tearing it wire from wire just to get out some rage. So it looks.
There is another screen in the room. Like it just shows up.
Moss is just letting it all out. It looks pretty B looks pretty wild, and those who are watching probably tell that B's crying, like just rivers of tears as B tears this screen to shreds.
There is a VCR in the room.
To clarify, in the room that Jody is in, Jody is not visible by the other people, correct?
Not more because Moss
Okay.
keeps tearing things up.
I'll be right with you, Jan.
Simon, after getting smacked with Jody's cane, and kind of watches the rest of this toothpicks and stuff burn and kind of shoves them aside eventually, and we'll walk over and see the VCR. And fascinating. I have not seen one of these in quite some time. Kind of poke to see if there's a tape in there.
No. No tape. Somebody does have a set of 2 VHSs.
Yeah, but Simon doesn't know that.
Yeah, okay.
Ben does look to kind of look and see what Simon's talking about and sees the VCR. And then he glances to that box set and he's like, "Oh, please God, be at the if there's something, please be at the beginning." And he goes over to see if the VCR works first of all,
It
and
does.
then puts the first tape in, which he's kind of glancing back and forth between, moth slashing up the screen and the TV, hoping that if there is something odd on this tape that it's at the beginning, because otherwise that's a lot to fast forward through looking for a hidden message or something.
Okay, I've got 2 things. Did everybody, we need an hour's past, so you need to draw a card. Everybody's supposed to draw a card.
One
I
card?
remember to draw a
One
card.
card?
Yeah, 1 card. And I am feeling really, really evil. So I'm going to say no, it's not at the beginning of the tape and you're unable to fast forward.
This is a horror game.
So you have to watch Titanic. The
Am I
first.
not again?
Mine's a haunt.
Mine was a virtue.
Mine was going to be a haunt, but I'd already drawn that card, so it is a neutral.
Mine is neutral.
Okay, well, enjoy the movie.
The movie
I'm
does
just
sort of
watching it.
I will say the movie does sort of calm Moss down from the frenzied property destruction. Just like the ritual of movie starting kind of draws Bo's attention, and B stops tearing the screen apart.
Ben is like pacing, and just looks antsy, but he does, whilst occasionally stealing a glance over to what he has dubbed the timeout room where Jody is. Mostly keep his eyes on the screen like he is expecting something.
Well, for a while there, you're just watching the movie. And it's really loud for some reason. So you're hearing all of the Titanic movie sounds. You can't avoid it.
So, like adjusting the volume does nothing.
No. Actually,
All of the music is done on recorders.
And Moss is just standing there, like switchblade in one hand, like arms slack with tiny little cuts from the wire all up and down the arms and chest. Like little bleeding drops.
And I'm going
I've
to.
never actually watched this movie.
Yeah, well, I wish I didn't have to change that for you, or avert your eyes or whatever.
She kills him in the end. It's sad. She gets old. He's still dead.
They
She
both
dropped
could have.
the expensive thing in the ocean.
They both could have fit on the door. That's really basic physics and engineering.
Well, it occurs to me that I've never seen this movie, so how could I hallucinate it? So perhaps my earlier hypothesis is not entirely correct.
Ah, we're there. That's where we are on this trip. Yeah.
Contagious mass hallucination of some kind. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's not a thing. Trust me, I've been to those parties.
No, there is historic precedent for using what is the word? I can't think of it at the moment, but hidden messages and such to um oh, sorry. My brain
Subliminal?
not subliminal
Backmasking?
yes.
All
Subliminal
that,
messaging.
none of that has
To
held up to any sort of study. And Moss is revealing more education than you would have expected. None of that has ever stood up to any sort of rigorous scientific study. You can't see a
no, that
thing.
is very true.
It turns out if you
Still,
can't see a thing,
hypotheses
you
do
can't see it.
exist, but it would explain the current situation.
If it existed, if it worked.
Ben looks like he actually has a lot to say on that, but he's too tired to say it.
Failing to see any other logical hypotheses.
Why logic, though?
How else do you come to an answer?
You know,
I
this is
usually good.
this is where logic comes to die.
I usually make a ton of guesses, and whichever one is most painful usually turns out to be the right one.
Yes, but those guesses are based on your own knowledge and experience, which is a form of logic. Those experiences and that knowledge leads you to a particular conclusion.
You have
That's
high
logic.
expectations for my experiences.
Shh, this part is good. Stop. Stop talking.
Voice is back.
Who is this? Like, legit, I just don't know which character is
I'm
speaking.
sorry, I'm not that good at doing voices. It's Maddie. Maddie.
Is she visible?
Yeah. It's watching the movie.
Ben, is it the Maddie I am thinking of?
Yeah.
Ben stops dead in his tracks.
You're back.
I'm watching the movie. This is my favorite movie.
This is your favorite movie.
Yeah.
I have to question your taste. But
I've
supposedly
never
you're
seen this
also
movie
dead.
before. I
Perhaps
have to
that's not
question
the
your
most pertinent
taste.
question.
Sorry, I was talking over you. Go ahead, Rise. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that I said I have to question your taste, but since you're also dead, perhaps that's not the most pertinent fact in this moment.
Yeah, you need to get out of here. I can open the door for a little while, just go.
Yeah, what happened? Why is Sheila? And Ben is trying to ask like 10,000 questions at
Please, Ben,
once.
Ben, please get them out of here. Or at least get Moss out of here.
I mean, Sheila needs him for something, you know, and gestures towards the room that appeared. So it's probably not good if, you know, Breacher fella stays.
Why me, Maddie?
Because you were my friend. I want you to get out of here and be safe.
I'm the reason you died, Maddie.
Yeah, but Ben can get you out of here. Ben's good at getting out of here. But you have
You
to
don't
hurry.
want me as a friend, Maddie. I'm not your friend. We don't have friends, Maddie. Just fellow waste products of society.
The movie turns off and the screen disappears. And she's gone.
Well, I think I'm ready to leave. And Simon's going to grab his little grocery bag and start heading towards the door.
The door is closed. The door is back to. She didn't fix anything. Moss scared her off.
Well then.
Unsettling.
You had a way
Huh.
out, and now you don't.
Might as well walk over and press play on the video, the VHS.
Let me make a roll for her to see if he comes back. Or if she's just gone for good. Let me just. Okay. Um, it flickers back on.
Plop
And
down, playing
yes,
with the switchblade between my legs, watching it.
she does show back up.
Oh, thank fuck.
You need to get out of here. It's not safe here for you.
How? I mean, the thing we used before, it's gone.
Just drive out. Drive away. I tried to get the vehicles the truck, the bus fixed. Just drive them away from here.
Really, just drive out.
I cannot hold it much longer. I'm pretty dead right now.
Regardless of the strangeness of the situation, I have to agree with Maddie. I feel
Ben
like
is going.
leaving is the best
Oh, sorry.
course.
Ben is going to try and open the door out of the bed and breakfast again, just to see if he can walk out, or if he's gonna wind up right back in again.
While Maddie is sitting there, you are able to walk out, but she's starting to flicker back and forth as the tape goes closer to the end.
He kind of pauses and looks back to the others. We need to go now.
Simon's already walking towards the door.
So tempted to drive my switchblade through the TV on my way out, but I feel as a player that's a really bad idea.
I mean, you can.
There are no bad ideas, only yes and opportunities.
Yeah, I guess Moss stands up and just as a final vindictiveness, drives the switchblade through the TV, not the VCR, through the TV, yoinks it out, and then turns and follows.
So I'm going to be really mean to Ben again. And then you see one of the students just kind of look at you and ask if you could please make sure that your kids are fine.
That is actually part of the text he sent, and he looks to see if he got anything back.
Let me see. Did I get that?
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, no, he got back. That was fine. She's fine.
He looks visibly relieved and kind of gives the student a look. Like,
The
what is
stu-
your deal?
it's Cecilia. Just make sure they're okay. And then she's disappears. And just to remind you, those are he have been rescued those kids before.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yeah. They're yeah. and he just kind of stares for a second at where she was. Where's this bus?
Garage. Mechanic shop. I was trying to go there before.
Now's your chance, Prof.
Yeah, while the movie's still
Oh.
playing, just so you all know that it was close to the end of that tape, that first tape half. So you don't have long.
Yeah, no. Simon's out the door if possible, so I'm not sticking around.
Well, while the tape is playing, Ben is going to try to just open the door to the room that Jody is in.
It's still, oh, wait, it's open. He can turn the knob. I don't know if Jody's barricaded it or not.
Like Ben's assumption would be that Jody assumes he's just protected by God
Oh.
or something, and he's good to go.
Okay, yeah, you can open it.
Okay, Ben is
When
Ben is kind of
Ben is
paranoid.
opening the door,
Yes.
Jody is pulling the trigger.
And Jody has a gun.
Jody has a gun. Ben is
Hey,
very paranoid.
My brain went to the same place.
Ben is very paranoid. Especially after all the stuff that's happened. So he's really not a just shove the door open kind of person. He might be off to the side a little bit. Oh God. What would we roll for this?
So, Jody has the gun and is shooting it. And you would have to do, I think, clumsiness to get away from it.
Oh, what difficulty.
This would be hard because this is a gun. Bullets are really fast.
That's
Lies.
valid.
That's all
Lies.
very true.
I'm
If the
also,
Matrix taught me
just-
anything, it's that bullets are slow.
Yeah.
for the record, Janie, you've said big gun. I am imagining a double barrel shotgun. Is that accurate to what you're picturing? Okay.
Yeah.
Body will body.
And is there any role I should be making?
That's fine.
Frailty, maybe, for the kick?
Yes, especially since that would be hard for you too because you're injured.
Well, I got 2 4s and a 3, so that's 2 passes. I'm going to use 1 point of willpower to reroll that failure.
I've got 3 successes.
That's 2 4s and a 5. So on a clumsiness of 3.
Sorry, 1 second. My camera's slipping down. I have it hopes and dreams right now. You said you got what again? Successes?
Yeah.
We both got all successes.
Okay. So the gun does shoot. Like it should hit you then, but what's her name? Dee pushes you out of the way. Maddie pushes you away.
Yeah, the string of expletives that Ben utters is chained together with an actually pretty impressive vocabulary. And he goes to tackle Jody.
Also, you can't get out again because she got shot and that killed her again.
Oh, great. He's still gonna gonna go to tackle Jody because the man has a gun, and that's the last person that needs to have a gun.
I'm so happy it wasn't only me that fucked it up.
Oh, this isn't the first time Ben has fucked up.
Should I shoot the second barrel?
Yes.
Oh God.
The second barrel
Is
would be a
this-
great name for a bar.
Frailty versus frailty, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Hard.
Yes.
Oh, shit. One of them hit the floor. Two of them hit the floor.
Do you get anything special for a 666?
Oh
You
my
do
God.
in my favorite game, but that's not this game.
In Nominee?
Yes! I love that game.
Yeah,
need to
the
take the game
dice
of it.
the dice hate me, so I'm going to use 2 willpower to reroll 2 of them. And another willpower to reroll 1 of them.
I'm very sorry.
Okay, that is 3 successes now. So subtract some willpower. Because frailties 2, so I do have a 3, a 6, and a 3.
Oh, we're twinsies. We have 2 frailty each.
So since this is another double successes, the bullet does go and it wishes through your hair.
Ben's
Do what?
petty. Ben's petty. He'll be pissed about that later.
But then can you roll it for me one more time, please? Frailty. I mean, yeah, no, clumsiness. I'm sorry. This is clumsiness
Clumsiness for me or
Just-
for Ben?
for Ben.
What difficulty?
Medium.
Okay. Why do dice hate me so much? Gonna use a willpower because it's kind of important to reroll 1 of those. Thank you. Okay, that is. I'm so glad the cards were nicer. That is a. I have a clumsiness of 3, and I got a 2, a 4, and a 6.
So you are able to avoid Sheila, who comes out of nowhere with the sledgehammer.
Jesus. um. Good lord.
As Jody takes that moment to reload.
Ben is going to take out that huge revolver. The hammer is still cocked all the way back, and he is going to aim it at Jody's good leg. And actually, yeah. You know what? Instead, his arm, one of his arms, since he's using those to use the shotgun, and pull the trigger.
Okay, you know how to do it.
So or the shoulder. I mean, he's not. He isn't like out to kill him, but it's like, hey, it's you or me, so I want you to drop that gun.
Yeah, the same roll you've done already.
So frailty.
Clumsiness this time for me.
Yes.
Good lord. Hey. That's a success on all 3 dice. 4, 4, 6.
Will it matter if I have 3 successes?
Yes. You have 3 successes.
By the way, this is a 6-shooter that only holds 5 rounds because the bullets are 50 cal.
I had to use willpower, but I also have 3 successes. Well, all above.
So this building must really, really like Jody because the what is it that blocks it? Just the bookcase just shows up out of nowhere, blocks it.
That must be a seriously sturdy bookcase.
Yeah.
Hey, books are actually pretty good at stopping bullets if they're thick enough.
And I'm going to give you all a cliffhanger before we take a break. Um, there is nobody made it out of the building, correct?
Simon did.
Oh,
Simon made it out.
Simon and Moss both started to leave.
I mean, you didn't tell me I didn't make it.
Okay, so you two made it out of the building, and you see it. You see the sky kind of go stormy again, and you see corn just kind of start to surround the building and kind of not like make it disappear, but it's clearly heading there. As
Never
they're
seen corn move like this.
Ben told you about the corn.
Ben told me about the corn.
Different.
and that student that was outside, you can see the corn just kind of like envelop that student and devour
Ben
her.
said the corn will eat you.
And it's slowly approaching. So now we'll take a break.
Hey,
I had to leave you a cliffhanger.
Cliffhangers are important.
Yeah. At least it
There's a
wasn't.
reason.
Did you tag?
No, I did. I forgot to do that. This is on me. I forgot to do that. I think the town got the rain.
Cliffhangers are important. There's a reason why his fans bullied Arthur Conan Doyle into keeping Sherlock Holmes alive.
that's true.
Welcome back. So let us go back to inside where there is a gun battle. No monster is firing, no monsters attacking. It's just these two characters shooting at each other. And Ben, we did some rolls ahead of time, so I'm just going to say Ben does manage to shoot Jody twice in the shoulder. And Sheila is not happy about this. And there's another wall, and the house is now dark, Ben. You're in a dark room.
Jody is going to fall back, not unconscious because he's not quite at death's door, but he's just going to whisper to himself, "Finally."
Sheila's going to try to drag him to the chair again and sit him up, even though he's like dying.
Ben is reaching for a little but rather powerful LED flashlight with his free hand to try and get a look at the room to see if he is even still where he was.
Yeah, he still is where he was. It's just it's the dining room of the inn, and there's just the empty table there.
Any trail of blood or anything?
No.
Fuck. He's gonna go and try the door out.
It takes him
This-
right back to that room.
I don't suppose there's a window leading out.
No.
Yeah, just his luck. D? He
Nothing.
kind of waits for a second. Okay, 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 okay. Great. Great. So there are no windows at all on that level that he can look out.
No.
Great. Any sounds coming from anywhere?
Yes, there are sounds coming from somewhere.
Oh no.
Like towards where the kitchen would be.
His ears are probably ringing a little bit. It's a loud gun. I know guns are loud in general, but it's a really loud gun. Plus, double-barreled shotgun. Not exactly quiet either. Um, can you make out at all what it is? Like, does it sound like talking or just people moving around or something moving around?
Um, yeah, he can perfectly. If he looks at it, goes in the kitchen, he'll be able to perfectly see what's going on outside and hear from both ears.
So is there a window in the kitchen then?
Yeah, there's a window that he can see and hear out of.
Can you get it open?
In time to see the corn devour Cecilia again, yes.
And I trust there's no path through the corn either. It's
No,
just solid.
no,
Nope.
he can't stop it. He just sees what happens.
He starts to open the window and sees that happen and goes, "Nope," slams the window shut and latches in. Um,
It's just so the audience knows he's seen this happen before. So
nope, fuck that. God damn it, Sheila. Yeah, now he's mostly trying to think of what to do. He does kind of look around to see if there's anywhere in the building that has any tools, like heavy duty, like maintenance type stuff.
there's a shed outside.
Oh, of course it's outside. I suppose there's corn between the main building and the shed.
No,
Oh, there's not.
no, not right now.
Oh, is there a window or any way he can, get a glance at anything inside?
I mean, he can see that it's wide open. He can see it from the kitchen window.
So
That he,
the LED light he has, it's small, but it's powerful enough that it has like a laser warning on it. He is gonna try and shine it over and see if there is a leaf blower in the shed.
yes.
Oh my god. Um, is there any non-dairy creamer in the kitchen?
You can go out the window.
Oh, but then where do you go from there? Because I'm assuming the shed is surrounded by corn as well.
There's a path, but you can still see where the corn is, and you would you know that it would probably try to devour you if you went outside.
Yeah. So he's not too keen on chancing that.
I'm just letting you know that you do have that option if you want to chance.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of the idea of being eaten by a cornfield.
Okay, just saying.
But yeah, no, he's looking for cornstarch, non-dairy creamer in the kitchen.
You really trust the cornstarch in that kitchen?
Well, that you know what? That's valid.
Always trust the cornstarch.
Oh, or if there's any like high proof cooking alcohol, high proof alcohol, anything that'll burn
No,
real well.
all that's in there is like the stuff from breakfast and some cider. If you're
Go
thirsty,
figure.
have some leftovers before you go out and get devoured.
Oh, there's not even like a bottle of bourbon or something. Go
No.
figure.
Just corn whiskey.
Hey, it's double oaked or nothing.
You know what? Annie is going to just walk in the kitchen and jump on the counter. She's got some high proof bourbon and is just sipping it.
Wait, who runs in?
Annie,
Hey, where'd you get that?
the study.
The
So,
study. Is there more?
well, why don't I show you?
Why do I feel like this has a price attached?
Everything has a price attached.
Uh-huh. Well, that's part of, I guess, the capitalistic hellscape we all live in, or at least came from. Um, where's the study?
I'll show you.
Ben grabs a couple of rags from the kitchen and goes to follow her, but he clearly does not trust her. Like, he's suspicious and, like, glancing around the whole time, like, expecting something to sneak up on him. He's on edge.
She will lead him, and just kind of there's this really narrow kind of walkway, so she's like walking right next to him, like really close. Because you have, well, she's making herself walk really close, and there's like this long, winding way to get there.
Hmm. Awful personal, in here.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. He just keeps moving.
The study is just like a normal looking study of lots of books. Um, the alcohol. There's another door in the study too.
He does look to see if there are any books on the town, like history, any old, like plans.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a
oh,
whole there's a whole shelf of books about the town.
oh, anything that might immediately stand out as helpful or useful.
There's some really old looking town history books. There's old maps. Like these look really, really old.
He does kind of drag one of the books of maps out and glance through it really quickly, just to see if there's anything about tunnels, if there are any tunnel entrances in the bed and breakfast.
There is a tunnel, and you can take the maps with you if you manage to get out of the bed and breakfast, and the books since you have a librarian. If he wants to try to figure it out.
Fantastic. He takes, um if there's something higher proof than bourbon, even he's gonna grab that and kinda hitch it to the pack he has along with the rags. Fantastic. Thank you, and just gives Annie a
She's
nod.
gone.
The thanks actually does sound genuine.
She's gone.
Um,
She's not there anymore.
okay then. And he's gonna look for the tunnel entrance that, at least on the maps, appears to be in the bed and breakfast.
I'm just going to say you can find it.
Can or can't?
You're able to find it.
Oh, can he open it?
Yes.
What is the condition of the tunnel?
Really old.
Oh, uh, doesn't look like on the verge of collapsing or anything, though, does it?
It looks like it's been there for like 200 years.
Great. Um, can he tell by looking, though? Like, if he walks down this tunnel, what are the odds of it just falling apart on him?
It's pretty. Um, you should be able to get through it. Okay.
Okay. Does the map show where this should lead to?
I'm just going to say, just if you take it, it'll lead to the others.
Yeah, he's gonna take that tunnel. Um, because otherwise he's just stuck at the bed and breakfast. And he doesn't want to chance the corn. So
When he comes out of the tunnel, he'll see that
Does
the
it
bag.
take him 7 minutes to get there?
No,
Okay.
it's just you could see like the corn is starting to like eat stuff, and then there's the town looks apocalyptic too. There's fire and stuff everywhere. People like getting eaten by corn and burning. And it's not very. It reminds you of when you burned down the town before.
Yep. Um, is it one of those situations where it's like he opens a hatch somewhere and the group's right there?
Yeah. Well, the last two because Sheila has Jody.
That's true. Yeah, so out of nowhere, uh, Ben kind of muscles his hatch open and sticks his head up and looks around and goes, "Oh, deja vu. Last time I had a rocket launcher. I missed that." Uh, and climbs out of the
Sometimes,
tunnel.
sometimes when you talk, I feel like you've done more drugs than me.
That may or may not be true. I don't know.
I'm gonna start calling you Raoul Duke.
I mean, name's Ben, but I mean, whatever.
It's a Hunter-esque. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Watch out, we're in bad country. Only it's the corn.
Speaking of, how do we get away from these corn bats?
And Simon has a can of lighter fluid in his hand, and he's tucking one into his pocket. And he takes the bag with the other two, kind of tosses it at the edge of the corn. He pops the top on this lighter fluid and starts spraying a stream right up to that bag. And then kind of tosses it. This might help. Click. And lights the lighter fluid so that it goes down to the bag of other lighter fluid at the edge of the corn.
You've gotten very intense, by the way, Prof.
I mean, it's a good plan, and Ben watches with intense interest to see if it does anything.
I want to have you roll for this. Just let me. Sorry, give me a second.
You're fine.
Come on, load for me.
What's going on? And I'm just gonna role play through it. What's going on in there, Simon? And we'll tap your head.
Same psychological course.
You feel different.
Everything's different. This is not. I mean, nothing here has made sense since we arrived. And, well, I suppose in a world that has lost all manner of sense or logic, there's not much point in maintaining a facade of banality.
Now you're
No.
getting it.
So, when the world has become extreme, we take extreme measures. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can do more and more.
I find little that is more extreme or permanent than a simple fire.
You like fire?
In a way, I suppose. I
Big
also hate it.
fan, personally.
I guess impatience.
Impatience.
I
I do have expertise in fire starting, so that's easy for me.
I am the fire starter. Twisted
That's
fire.
a heck of
Triple
Ace.
six.
Wow.
Yeah, the fire does start, and all of the corn gets ablaze, and you can see instead of just the cornfield, you see houses and buildings all burning. Like they're like a larger area of land, a town just burning.
Just kind of standing there staring at it for a minute. It's a
All of you can see the town.
terrific sort of beauty. Twisting red and orange and white, sometimes blue.
Brings back memories.
You take that Molly I gave you yet?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm going to give you all Maddie again watching the town burning.
Again?
It's
I think
burning.
she's here. Oh, good, Jenny.
It's burning again. It always burns.
Perhaps it's just meant to burn. And he's going to start walking towards the garage.
And kind of jumps a little and looks at her. Okay, how did Sheila? I mean, is she? Does she really have the town now? Is this her? What happened?
She took it. Like, she just took it.
And there's no way to stop her because if we don't stop her, we're just gonna keep getting dragged back.
That's what happened here in this town. Somebody took the town and it got burned.
Okay. So what do we do then?
I don't know. It's just going to keep happening.
Fantastic. And at this point, he just looks tired.
I mean, how do you stop someone who just wants to keep burning things because they can't have them?
Thought you said we were friends, Maddie.
You're going to stop her from taking over. You're going to stop this from happening over and over again.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's what happened here before. That's why all of this happened.
But I thought we stopped it the first time, and then it happened again, and we thought we'd stopped it again, and what? I'm sure there were more before us, and more before them, and before those.
Yeah. This keeps happening over and over again.
You're not really giving me answers.
Well, I don't just see if you can get home. I'll find
And
somebody else.
wind up right back here.
I don't know what to tell you.
I have a wife, Dee. I have kids.
So did everybody here.
I had a girlfriend. You met
And
her.
kind of. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just you met her.
Ben starts to say something to Moss and then stops and thinks better of it. He kind of throws his arms up and starts walking toward the garage.
Something really, really bad happened here a long time ago.
What happened here, Maddie?
Somebody came and decided this was their town, and they killed everybody. They burned it.
The way you described them. Somebody wants to watch things burn because he can't have them.
She describes a bunch of because this was hundreds of years ago, so she describes colonists.
You know, when you said that, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I tried to help you.
No helping me. It's not a thing. That's not. You can't help me. I don't care how back from the dead you are. Oh, you're the Messiah. You can't help me.
I'm not the Messiah.
I don't know. He's the one famous for coming back from the dead.
I mean, I could walk around in a white robe and pet
Point
sheep.
is, the point is, I burn down good things because I can't have them.
So would you have to burn down everyone here? What they did?
Killed you, didn't I?
She disappears.
Typical. Then turn and follow Ben.
But
Yeah, Ben's just heading for the garage because that's where he was told the bus is.
it is
Yeah.
there. It looks shiny new, actually.
He does go to check under the hood.
It's perfect.
Simon just gets on the bus. Has a
You
seat.
you driving or I'm driving?
I've never driven a bus like this.
I was asking the truck driver.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Ben just kind of sighs. I'll drive. Although, does it even look like they have a path out? Like, has enough of the corn burned to get them to a road or something?
It looks like they have a perfect path out.
He's suspicious. Like that almost seems too perfect.
With the brand new bus, the perfect path out. The fact that you were able to get there really quickly.
Yeah. He doesn't like it. Like, is there anything off in the garage at all?
The
Like
garage is
anything?
perfect.
Yeah, but the town is always perfect. The weather's nice, and the Stepford people
Well,
are nice, and
now the town is on fire and people are dying.
oh,
He took him away.
all right. Well, does the engine turn over? Full tank of gas?
Yep.
Oh, anybody hiding on the bus that shouldn't
Well,
be there?
it's perfect. It's empty.
Except for Simon.
Well, I wouldn't expect Jody. I Had to put a couple bullets in them.
Good.
Yeah. Good. He doesn't exactly sound too enthused about that, but he does definitely seem to know his way around, how to operate a bus and tries to get him to a road. I mean, as long as the roads, like in the main highway and stuff, haven't changed,
Yeah, no, he can get on the road.
and he's just waiting for the inevitable bring it back around.
Where is he going?
Uh, if it's on the way, he does want to swing by the church and see if his truck is still intact.
Yeah,
But he's not going to go out of his way to do that.
the truck is perfectly intact. It's nothing wrong with it.
So the truck actually is a quad cab, and it would hold everybody in that.
They can get in the truck.
And it is a, like I said before, it is a big lifted Super Duty truck. And this isn't, somebody in the suburbs got a big truck to play cowboy. It's a work truck.
Yeah,
Um,
it's perfect.
we want to switch to something a little more all terrain, maybe. And he kind of glances toward the truck, which is apparently in shockingly good condition for having plowed into a building.
Professor?
Oh yeah.
I don't see that it makes a too terrible of a difference. It's not like we need all the room in this bus currently, seeing as how everyone is dead.
Still be plenty of room in the truck. There's not a lot of us.
About what I'm thinking too.
Yes.
I suppose
mean-
that will work just fine.
It has all the eggs.
All right.
Bring all the eggs. Make it empty.
Yeah, then I guess unless something goes horribly wrong, a very quick switch to the truck.
No, nothing goes wrong. You're able to get to the truck.
Yeah, the truck is pretty rugged and heavy duty, but he did splurge for the plush interior. I mean, if he's gonna spend a lot of time. And hanging on the rear view mirror is a lanyard, and on the end of it is an ID badge with his photo on it, and it says NASA JPL at the top.
Oh, so you're a Satanist then.
He kind of glances at Moss and looks really confused. I mean, depending on the branch, I admire some of the shit stirring they do, but no.
Not a fan of Jack Parsons then.
Nah. And continues. On, he still has the book of maps and stuff, so he's just looking for a way that should theoretically get him onto a highway that exists and out of there.
Yeah.
Just picturing Simon is in the back seat. And,
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice and roomy in there. There's like a whole back bench and leather upholstery and all that nice stuff.
it's just he's not really paying attention to what's outside or anything, and he's just kind of, you just hear the clicking lighter opening and closing.
You're able to
Similar-
get a highway. I've got to find my notebook to find out what the name of that road was. That's from episode 1.
Similarly to Simon, Moss is sitting in the front seat playing with the switchblade. So we are both playing with our weapons. And Moss's eyes are locked pretty strongly on Ben, with only the occasional glance out the windshield.
Was the highway? Was it Jefferson Pierce?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been a hot minute.
Well, it's the same highway from the beginning, and they're able to get on it.
Oh. I had a howitzer behind this thing the last time I wound up here. I missed that too.
You see cars on the road. It looks normal. But you will have to get gas eventually.
Eventually. Believe it or not, it is a hybrid truck. Um,
There's lots of mountains that you're driving through. It's beautiful outside. It's, gold and red and yellow, orange. Lots of rolling mountains.
yeah, Ben is looking to get to the nearest city center,
Okay. Yeah,
like proper city center.
he can get there easily.
Yeah, this almost feels too easy. He does put on uh not too loudly because he wants to be aware, but he also needs the background noise. He puts on some Rush. Um,
He doesn't get that though. He does get somebody preaching over the air on all the stations.
every
Is it
single
Jody?
station.
Yes. Every single station.
Is it Jody preaching?
Yes. Yes, it is.
J-
After
can you? I just
Eh,
want to hear Sin be Brother Jody preaching for a hot second.
yeah, and he has the switch on the wheel, so he's here like thumbing through all the different stations with his like even switching AM, FM, satellite radio, every single one, and he just looks increasingly more irritated, and he finally goes fucking garbage and just shuts it off.
Well, it turns back on. What does Jody say when it turns back on?
There is no escape for
Well,
those who sin, my brothers and sisters. No escape. Hear a
how original.
chorus of amens and hallelujahs.
How original. Whoopie fucking do. And he goes to shut it off again and keeps going.
I want to say you get to what looks like a really, really busy city type area. And when
Speaking as a sinner, think he's right.
Well, according to what I'm assuming is his given philosophy, aren't we all?
as you pull into this really populated area that is not a small town in the middle of nowhere, that there's billboards, it's modern, you should be fine. You happen to see a familiar woman with red hair walking down the street, probably dragging Jody along like on some kind of wheelchair or something. You see the
I'm gonna say Moss has got to be the first one to see it and just points and laughs.
The temptation to veer is strong. Um,
see the dead students walking around the town.
oh,
And you see in the distance just corn just kind of growing. You did not escape. It just followed you.
The radio comes back on. There is no escape.
And I think that's where we'll end the episode. If that's okay with everybody, unless somebody wanted to do something.
Good with that.
That's a great button. There
Good
is no
spot.
escape.
that's perfect.
I got the pan line. I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you all escaped.
Uh-huh.
I let you out of the town. Okay, that was sorry, that was the episode. It went a little differently than I planned. And nobody else wants to say anything or
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's like London all over again, but Ben wasn't there. That was someone else.
no. No, it followed you. So let's do outros. and I just telling you to go first.
Well, as I said before, I'm Sean. Been playing Simon tonight. You can find me on Discord and a couple other places. Blue Sky as Rise, Rize. Threads and Instagram, you can find my photography stuff, Raven Black Photography. I also do this kind of stuff. It looks like I got a few other things left for this month. Actually, next week? Holy cow, yeah. So next week on the 20th, I'm playing Call of Cthulhu over on Lost Caravan. And the week after that, I'll be back here on Singularity to play some Alien with Meg, and that is going to be insanely cool. Sin, you're playing in that one too, right, Sin? Yeah, so I got Sin with that one again, which is always fun. And then also on Lost Caravan later this month, I am going to be starting a 10-episode run of Old Gods of Appalachia that is going to be going straight to our YouTube. Super excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really hyped to get into this like new system with this incredible setting that is based on the podcast of the same name. And it's we've got a lot of cool stuff in store for that. So check that out. I'd love to see you.
Next.
I nominate Sin.
Okay. I'm better with popcorn. I can do popcorn. Hi, I am Sin. Synthetic 20 on Blue Sky, Asynthetic 20 on Twitch and Twitter. And I have a lot of stuff coming up. Tomorrow I'm gonna be back here on Singularity for my 3-day marathon end with Gay Camp playing Big Strong Girl, and I'm very happy about it. I'm told that eventually it's going to become a horror game, but until I see it, I'm going to gaslight myself into believing it's just Gay Camp. It is just a gay teen drama, and that's all it is. After that, on this Saturday, I am going to be over on Nerds with Dice, which I was recently named Chancellor of over there, with the beginning of the second half of our season of Masks, where I will be playing your neighborhood-friendly Thembo, who has control of fire, and that's awesome. On the 20th, I'll be back on Singularity, playing codename Worm Food, an SCP in our SCP Foundation game, The Rust Walkers. And then on the 24th, I will be here for Heart of Darkness. However, on the 22nd, I will be over on Exquisite Corpse Presents, playing Doll Dot Bod, which I am excited about. And the other thing that I have going this month is I have a supplement that is coming out a week from tomorrow. Over 50,000 word supplement that I wrote. Probably my first and last independent 5e supplement, because I started before the OGL debacle even happened. It's like not stopping now. And then I'm working on my own system, which is currently in playtests. So if you want more information about that, follow me on the socials, and you'll find out about it eventually. I will nominate M, so you're not last but not least again.
I don't mind being last, but yeah, I'm M. I'm at Timberdoodles on Twitter and Blue Sky. I'm a writer and digital artist who currently has art block. Thank you all for having me on. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a while. Um, I'll say sorry, not sorry for Ben. He's kind of an asshole. um, I really don't have too much else going on. So I suppose I will see you all next month, and I'm really excited.
So I guess that leaves me to be the last. Uh, yeah, hi everybody. I'm Toy P. Salson. One of my pronoun sets is B bimbos, the bimbo pronouns. And speaking of, Sid, did you say dull.bod? I need to tune into this show because that name is everything that I want.
It is. I have been promised a game in the vein of like American Mary, like
I
that
don't know
type.
American Mary.
You
But
should look up American Mary.
I should look up American Mary.
Yes.
I am an aspiring TTRPG personality. I've got the personality. I've got the TTRPG. Just trying to put the two of them together. I have not been putting in applications for shows because my family member was giving birth to a baby, and then I spent 2 weeks helping feed that baby and take care of that baby. But I'm going to start doing so again soon, now that the baby is breathing air. So, if you see my application, you should cast me in a show. Currently, that means that I'm just on this show every month. Coming up soon. Although, if I recognize who Miko Opals is in the chat, they're supposed to teach me OBS, so I might start my own channel soon. Let's see. I do have a couple of past publications and a couple of newer ones. I have article in two issues of Girls Write These Worlds, the Pride zine from June, and the zine after that, zine 4. And I also have poetry available in the Sejour Review and the horror zine. The horror zine is for free. It's the print version of the horror zine that I have poetry in. So take a look at those. I think that's one. I'm a professional game master who has spots in my games. I'm currently running a kink culture centering Mage of the Awakening game. And I'm open to running other things if anybody wants to ask me to run something for them that's more bespoke. And if you want to follow me on any of my socials, I am on Linktree, so linktr.ee/queermythopoeia, QUEERMYTHOPOEIA, including donation links by means of PayPal and Patreon if you want to help support me as your resident local genderqueer and polytheist weirdo. Thank you very much. It's good to see you at Singularity Inc. all the time. I hope we horrified you.
I am Janie. This was my game. And you watched it just now. And I hope you enjoyed it. They did. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I am going to say there was a theme in the game where they did discover that it was colonizers who messed up the town. Not that they did anything about it, not that the party did anything.
I mean, I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that.
I was laying in a pool of my own blood, so.
Thank you for mentioning that because as a local Italian American, I also want to say fuck Columbus. He was a horrible, horrible person, and I'm really sad that people of my ilk, my ethnicity, tend to celebrate his holiday as a means of us getting privilege. It's some bullshit, and if you're upset at me with saying that, come at me.
Well, it's moved on to another area, so I'm just going to stop talking. Good night, everybody.